Should we start? No? Ladies first?
No, say it, because I think it sounds really nice with your accent.
What, Archwell Audio?
Yeah.
Archwell Audio.
I mean...
Really?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Today is December 4th, 2025. It is 4:37 a.m. I have a lot to share with you. I was editing some stuff that I was editing some stuff that I recorded yesterday. I never get a chance to edit it. And I took a break and I hop on Twitter thinking that I'm just going to look at things about With Love Meghan, because my last recording on PYTE was when some squaddies started to seeing the show on Netflix. They were starting talking about it. So I thought, you know what? Let's just go on Twitter. All right. So we're going to start with a tweet that I forgot to record. Not forgot. I happened to skip it by accident on one of my videos yesterday. So we're going to start with it so I could get it out the way. It's when I was editing, I realized I skipped it. Okay? So this is it. First tweet. I'll take things that never happened for 200. That's a thing that's usually said sometimes on Jeopardy. If the queen didn't like being called at tea time, then why the F did she answer the call in the first place? Isn't it convenient how every time one of these royal authors and Robert Jobson has a book to sell, they come out with some alleged never-before-heard story about the late Queen and Harry and Meghan that paints Harry and Meghan in a bad light. 5 years after Harry and Meghan left, 7 years into their marriage, and all of a sudden, he comes up with this story. What was it that Harry said about Robert Jobson? And spare, oh yeah, hack biographer who wrote a rubbish hit piece that Harry had thrown a tantrum before the wedding. Okay. This is another perfect example why I keep on saying the bullying allegation, whatever the finding after the investigation, whatever they find, while Harry and Meghan are still alive, they should put it out if something is said wrong so they could refute it and correct whatever it is that they find. But they didn't make it public, which means in the future, they're going to alter it. This is another perfect example. All right, so let's listen to this because I have, oh my God, it's 2 minutes and 39 seconds. I have more important topics to share with you. Let's listen.
I think there probably is. It comes from Robert Jobson, who's a very credible royal author. And he's saying that Harry did something unforgivable. Firstly, he called the Queen at tea time while she was having her tea, which she hates at the best of times. And then after the phone call, she rolled her eyes and said simply, more money, to one of her aides or butlers. In other words, she was saying, oh, it was another phone call asking for money. And what we're hearing really now, you know, in hindsight, is that pretty much as soon as Harry got engaged to Meghan, it just became a constant cash call, getting ready for the wedding, expecting more money once they were married, expecting bigger accommodation. And don't forget, you know, when Meghan and Harry got, you know, they did their engagement pictures, Meghan was wearing a £470 coat. Now, by my standards, that's quite a lot, but that's not that much compared to royal standards. By the time of their official engagement photo, she was wearing a £56,000 Ralph and Russo ball gown. And it only escalated from there because then she went on a Pacific tour and spent £118,000 on clothes. And for her Australia tour, she spent £110,000 on clothes.
Let's not forget, okay? Charles did not want to pay for Meghan's upkeep while she was in the UK.
Driving us out into the fields, asked about Meg. Not with great interest, just casually. Still, he didn't always ask, so I was pleased. She's good, thanks. Does she want to carry on working? Say again. Does she want to keep on acting? Oh, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I expect she'll want to be with me, doing the job, you know, which would rule out Suits, since they film in Toronto. I see. Well, darling boy, you know there's not enough money to go around. I stared. What was he banging on about? He explained, or tried to. I can't pay for anyone else. I'm already having to pay for your brother and Catherine. I flinched. Something about his use of the name Catherine. I remembered the time he and Camilla wanted Kate to change the spelling of her name because there were already 2 royal ciphers with a C and a crown above. Charles and Camilla. It would be too confusing to have another. Make it Catherine with a K, they suggested. I wondered now what came of that suggestion. I turned to Willie, gave him a look that said, "You listening to this?" His face was blank. Pa didn't financially support Willie and me and our families out of any largesse. That was his job. That was the whole deal. We agreed to serve the monarch, go wherever we were sent, do whatever we were told, surrender our autonomy, keep our hands and feet inside the gilded cage at all times, and in exchange the keepers of the cage agreed to feed and clothe us. Was Pa, with all his millions from the hugely lucrative Duchy of Cornwall, trying to say that our captivity was starting to cost him a bit too much? Besides which, how much could it possibly cost to house and feed Meg? I wanted to say, she doesn't eat much, you know, and I'll ask her to make her own clothes, if you like. It was suddenly clear to me that this wasn't about money. Pa might have dreaded the rising cost of maintaining us, but what he really couldn't stomach was someone new dominating the monarchy, grabbing the limelight. Someone shiny and new coming in and overshadowing him, and Camilla. He'd lived through that before and had no interest in living through it again.
And we also are fully aware that Meghan had her own money. So who cares if she spent whatever amount of money for her clothes? Who cares? Okay? It's her money. She worked her butt off for it. She wanted to stand next to her husband and represent her husband very well, including the institution who didn't even want to pay for her upkeep. These people are freaking ridiculous. While the lady was talking, I was reading this. Harry did something unforgivable. Firstly, he called the Queen at tea time while she's having her tea. And this one says, the way I trust the Queen Elizabeth legacy just to get at Meghan is wow. There's the laugh here. I didn't read it before I started the recording. But let's finish. These people are ridiculous.
And it just sounds like what we're hearing now is that these cash calls were coming in and in. And ultimately, in the end, the king called it and said, I'm no longer a bank. I'm not the bank of mum and dad, or granny, the queen, and dad. And they had to put a lid on it in the end.
Because isn't the point I see Catherine all the time wearing these very simple, inexpensive clothes, and she still looks $1 million. It's about being one of the people.
Oh, please, are these people for real? Those clothes that looks like from Sound of Music? Alright, so don't bring Meghan and Harry into your discussion. If you want to uphold the other ones the way they dress, who cares? But for a fact, okay, it was said in Spare, okay, I'll put the clip, that Charles did not want to pay for Meghan. Okay, so whatever clothes and whatever amount the clothes Meghan wore, it's none of your business. It's her money. And then let's not forget, Meghan doesn't just wear a clothes once. Many times the squad have point out, the squad who's into fashion will point out certain clothes that Meghan wore different places and things like that. So who cares if she wear $1 million worth of clothes? Who cares? Even her wedding dress, she paid for it. I don't know what happened to the wedding dress because the UK was profiting off of it after the wedding to display it someplace for people to pay and go look at the clothes. So these people are freaking ridiculous. They owe Meghan big time. This is why God is rewarding them, Harry and Meghan, right now, because there's so many things that they just let go. they don't make a big fuss out of it because the institution play them wrong. Oh my Lord.
In the royal family. Do you think she just completely miscalculated the lifestyle of
The UK media, they stay getting on my effing nerves. They love to play these games of verses while lying and leaving out important information just so they can give Kate the upper hand in certain situations. Another Dollar Tree puff piece for good old mediocre Kate. No surprise there. Now, in this article, they break down the amount of money she spent on wardrobe this year, and that price tag includes the £32,000 she spent on that headpiece for Charles's coronation. So, they do put a price tag on new items, but not on the things that she's already worn. And things that they can't identify, they don't put a price tag on it. And that is not fair, because I'm sure the media gets briefed about designers prior to any of her royal engagements. And side note, what the hell is going on with Kate's ankle? It is not lined up with her foot. I am concerned. Anywho, here is where they add the 32,000-pound chunk of her wardrobe that she supposedly spent for the year. Girl, you spent 32,000 pounds of the taxpayers' money on that? Oh, wow. Girl, I wouldn't have told nobody that. That would have been a secret I would have took to my damn grave. Shameful. Now, a few months back, the Daily Mail wrote this article on the cost of all of Meghan's Invictus looks. And they tallied her shit up to $300,000. Jesus, activate pearls clutched. Now, riddle me this. Can somebody please explain to me how these pound puppies can add a price tag to damn near everything that Meghan wore when they don't even know if she owned any of those pieces prior to the Invictus Games? They don't have access to Meghan anymore. They don't know a damn thing about her personal business. These two women, they are not the same.
Okay, I didn't even know this video said all of that. Like I was saying before, many times the squad have pointed out there are clothes and things Meghan have worn before. She wore them again. Oh my goodness.
Welfare recipient. You cannot clock somebody's coins when you're not footing the bill.
Exactly.
Meghan is a boss. She can pay for her own clothes.
Bang.
Even as a working royal.
Okay, so there it is. Alright, let's see some of the comments. Oh, these effers should F off, fall off the cliff, and continue effing off till they reach the deepest crevice in the sea. Stay there and never resurface. Jabba is a walking congested artery or 10 waiting to burst. What has surprised me most about this whole saga is how easily British journalists make up stories from thin air. Like all you need to be a journalist is the ability to lie with a straight face. Okay, why so desperate, Jabba? Running out of food, every hack that is short of funds, all of them, have become script writers for the dead queen. Apart from waspish comments, they even have her vulgarly rolling her eyes in front of the help, which is something she will never do. Okay, so let's leave that alone. This is something that I forgot on my last video. All right, get this out of the way. Now we are into a more recent things. So when I turn on my computer, this was the first tweet that popped up on my timeline. And I'm glad it was the first one. Okay? So the squad wrote, tomorrow we are celebrating Sharon. If you don't know Sharon, try to find out before tomorrow. And I was like, is it Sharon Stone, Sharon Osbourne? So I went on Google and I typed something. I should have done it when I was recording, but I wanted to find out so I could put on the list. I think I put Sharon Osbourne Sussexes or something like that. Nothing popped up, but some stuff popped up, but were old stuff. Then I put Sharon Osbourne. Old stuff popped up. And I was like, okay, let me go on X. The moment I typed Sharon and I saw the next tweet that I'll be showing you after I read these comments, okay? Oh, somebody put it. Oh, that's me. Literally 52 minutes ago, that's me who put it. Okay, I had to go and search. I was MIA on this street. Here's my finding if you are or were in the same boat as me. Okay, thanks for the heads up. All right. You know what? I'm gonna leave this for next tweet, okay? Because I have it. All right, Sharon is a legend. Sharon is all of us. She said what she said, and we are proud. Sharon, the real queen of Britain. Sharon is that girl. I love Sharon from London. Sharon is all of us. That's the laugh here. Okay, so next tweet is gonna be this one, right? I think it is. I wanna play the video once so I don't keep on putting thumbnails. Okay, so let's pause that. You can tell that caller Sharon from London had enough of Carole Malone. Okay, so we're gonna listen to it. 3 minutes and 17 seconds screenshots. Okay.
Sharon is in London. Sharon, are you a Netflix subscriber? Are you going to be finding out how you're going to do your Christmas from Meghan this year?
Of course I will. I watch all her series, and she's working hard for her. She's working to support herself. She's not getting free money from the taxpayer and billions like all the others doing nothing.
Well, why should she? Why should she? She's not living in this country.
As for you and all the others who hate this woman from the first day.
Don't hate her.
Hold on, let's Sharon
you do hate her, all of you. Every
Calm down, Sharon. I don't hate her.
You've got nothing to say about her. Whatever she does to make a living, you all complain about her. You're all racist and horrible.
Oh, there you go. There's the truth.
Everything she wears, everything she does, all of you have to complain about her. You've never got anything good to say about her. So I love her. She's great, and I'll watch all her series, and I hope she gets many more series, and all these horrible people like that woman on the show today. They just have nothing good to say about this woman. Go and support all the other royals and give them all your taxpayer money, millions. They've got billions, and you're all still supporting them and giving them millions every year. All right, and this woman is trying to make a living, and all you've got to say every day is horrible things about
everything. She sold out the Royal Family.
From the first day she came on, from the first day she was on.
Not true.
Sharon, are you going to do
from
some crafts?
From the first day you've all hated her because she's straight and she's not a white person. You don't do that to any of the other royals, so just shut up and leave the woman alone to make a living. You're making a living doing what you want to do. She's making a living. Nobody support giving her money. So just leave her alone. I'm sick of you people every single day.
Okay, Sharon, thank you for making those points. I'm going to give you a chance to come back there, Carole, because you just called me a racist.
You should just call me a racist. Yeah, but that's just so typical. Like, it's like if you criticise someone and they happen to have a skin that's black or brown, you have to be racist. You can't criticise them on the basis of what they do. I don't know why she's in love with somebody who actually has sold out the royal family, who has made the millions that she's talked about on the backs of the family and by hurting and talking and telling actually lies about it. She called the royals racist too, remember? Meghan called them racist, as did Harry. What? So if we're talking about racist...
No. Meghan repeated what Harry had told her.
And also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
Even when Oprah mentioned, I forgot how, I will be putting that clip because I have it. Even when Oprah asked her, so she was saying in a slow motion, with you, and Meghan corrected Oprah and said, no, with Harry.
What?
There are several conversations.
There's a conversation with you?
With Harry.
About how dark your baby is going to be?
Okay, so if everybody who were involved, now the Queen is gone, Charles is alive, Kate is alive, William is alive, all these people, with the exception of Prince Philip and the Queen, are gone. Why don't they call her to court, or Harry to court, if anything that was said is wrong? Okay, the sister took her to court regarding certain things she said in the Oprah interview. What happened to that? They tossed it out. Okay, she proved herself. How come the royals don't go and prove themselves out if they feel like Meghan was lying or Harry was lying? Who the hell is this woman to speak on behalf of the royals when Harry is telling his truth?
And also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
What?
There are several conversations.
There's a conversation with you?
With Harry.
About how dark your baby is going to be?
Potentially, and what that would mean or look like.
These people are freaking ridiculous. Harry was in the room. He was telling his side of the story. But the others who he spoke with never come off and dispute anything. Instead, they try to craft a narrative to remove themselves from that narrative. Omid Scobie's book, the end game. They tried to sabotage his book. Okay. Omid Scobie, who was, I don't know if he still does, royal reporting, okay, he wrote 2 books. Not Spare, Harry would Spare, Finding Freedom and Endgame. And the Endgame, that book was translated into many languages, but it was one language. Okay, I think it was the Dutch, that they insert certain part to say who was the racist in the family, who was talking about the skin color of Harry's kids. Only one. And Omid Scobie was like, I don't speak Dutch, whichever the language might be, which I forgot, but I think it's Dutch. I don't speak this particular language. I wrote my manuscript in English. So it's not his fault. He didn't say anything like that.
The book's available in a number of languages, and unfortunately I can't speak Dutch, so I haven't seen the copy for myself, but if there have been any translation errors, I'm sure the publishers got it under control. For me, I edited and wrote the English version. There's never been a version that I've produced that has names in it.
But then you come out of nowhere. What's the other one? Piers Morgan come out of nowhere to say, oh, the royal racist is Charles and what's the other one? Mumbo.
I will never believe it. But now we can start the process of finding out if they ever got uttered, what the context was, and whether there was any racial intent at all. Like I say, I don't believe there was. The royals who are named in this book are King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales.
So they're trying to craft a narrative. Harry told his truth. But instead of them coming out, dispute it themselves, they're sending people to do stupid things, manufacture things, to remove certain information out of them. And who is this woman to talk on behalf for the royals? Harry was there. He spoke. He was the first person, not third person, not second person. First person who was there, who told his truth.
There are several conversations.
There's a conversation with you.
With Harry.
You.
With Harry.
About how dark your baby is going to be?
And you disputing him, and the court is open. What is wrong with these people? Okay, I went off a little bit. Let's finish it.
Accusations, there you go. But that was a rant. That's not sensible. That's someone who says, I love her and I hate all the rest of the royals.
That might be somebody that's expressing real discontent about the royal family.
Well, she's not expressing it in a very good way.
The way the royal family have been making their money over the years, which we have little choice over.
She might well be doing that, but she didn't do that there. She called me a racist and she was screaming and shouting, calling us horrible. That is not the way to make your argument.
Okay. Well, listen, we are...
She made her argument very well. She says Meghan is making her own money. She's not taking taxpayers' money. But every single day, which I'm not even in the UK, but on social media, I'm seeing clips here and there about you guys whining about a woman who's minding her own business, making her own living. You guys are upset about that. But you never say anything about the millions that the royal family is taking. So she expressed her thought very well. No wonder why the squad said they're gonna celebrate Sharon from London. Okay, not Sharon making it even in my top news. There's that. Okay, CM, I think it's Carole Malone, is a racist and self-hating misogynist. She's so jealous of women who are pretty, kind, famous, and popular, despite what tabloids say. Reminder of the article Carole Malone wrote smearing Princess Diana on the day she died. Hope Prince Harry confront her one day. Many feel like Sharon, fed up of hate. Okay, you could pause and read. Okay, so is that her? When Princess Diana was... Okay, you could pause and read it. Oh, that's too much. You could pause and read it, okay? Let's see here. My mother hates Meghan. She can't pinpoint why. I know. She gets super pissed when I tell her it's obviously racist. I ordered some of Meghan's gem for my mom for Christmas this year. Okay, this has made my day. She won't know it's her brand, but I'll tell her after she enjoys it. Some squad is, well said, Sharon. Malone is a valid excuse for a human being. Carole Malone is there's the W word here for Murdoch, and a patronizing There's the B word here. You always know when it's Jeremy Vine's day off. He will have caught Sharon off so quickly for putting his precious Malone in her place. Yeah, that is true. Even Malone was trying to talk over the lady, and the guy was like, to be quiet, let her speak. In a world of Carols, always be a Sharon. All right, let's go. In the world of Carols, always be Sharon. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. Still talking about Sharon from London. Okay, I have 3 more tweets regarding that. Okay, I'm not gonna play it again. It's just the tweets, the retweets that the squad are talking about. Okay, color rant. Sharon tell Carole Malone she's a racist for her unhinged criticism of Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, after Carole gave a bitterly biased, childish, and misleading commentary on With Love Meghan holiday special. Quote, "You're racist and you're horrible. Go and support all the other royals and give them all your taxpayers' money. Millions, they've got millions, and you all still supporting them. And this woman, Meghan, is trying to make a living. Shut up and leave the woman alone." Okay, I'm not gonna play it again. Sharon from London said, "Play with your mama and not me." There's that. Let's pause it. Sharon went in. People are fed up with the lies and vitriol coming from the bogus UK press and media. Prince Harry exposed the lies in court, and the propaganda isn't working anymore. That's right. That is right. Okay, Sharon is 100% correct. You know, the other thing as well, now I am seeing more Brits are talking against the narrative that the media is trying to portray Harry and Meghan. But before, at the beginning, when I first started talking or making videos about Harry and Meghan, there were none. Very rarely. If they were, maybe I didn't know they were from the UK, but it was very rare. But now I'm seeing more and more. Okay, Sharon is 100% correct. The leftovers do absolutely nothing and are taking taxpayers' money while Meghan is working to make her money. If the royal titles were so lucrative, then Fergie and other royals would have to borrow money from people like Epstein. Okay, we need more Sharons. She is passionately honest and vocal. The critics of With Love Meghan holiday celebration seems to have been written before the show even aired, just like they did with the Oprah interview. Yes, that is true. Okay, oh my Sharon, congratulations for all you said. Every single word is true. Carole is a racist and she knows it. It's time she's called that directly to her face. Okay, so let's leave that alone. Another tweet making reference to that video. 2 more. All right, same video again. She called me a racist. She was screaming and shouting, calling us horrible. That is not the way to make your argument. Okay, she tagged Carole Malone. Yeah. Response to Sharon, who says Meghan Markle is subject to scrutiny because of the color of her skin. There's all of that. I'm not gonna play it again. Screaming should... let's pause that. Screaming should she have been screeching like Carole Malone when she attacked the black royal unprovoked. Funny how Carole Malone, who supplements her income as a screeching racist hypocrite, can't handle the truth. All Carole does is screech and scream about Meghan. Okay, Sharon, I said what I said. Way to go, Sharon. We love you. Okay, after these, that's it. Bottom up. Okay, they tag Carole Malone again. And among all the framing of Meghan Markle's character shortfall, it was right there. I don't dislike her because she's mixed race heritage, or I'm not racist, but alas, it never came. Racists are always offended by the truth. Yes, Carole Malone, you are a racist, and if you're not, then you give a good impression of one. You're utterly disgusting. Shame on you. All right. This is the last one. We're all with you, Carole. Okay, so these are the idiots. Meghan Markle has got nothing nice to say. My goodness, what Meghan has said. I'm going to go into that. That was the last one, but I'm going to go into it because there are some responses. Meghan is minding her own business. After the Oprah interview, Harry's book, I have not heard them talk about the royal family. Well, let's leave Harry out of it because he had lawsuit and there were interviews that he did and he expressed his feeling towards certain things he discovered about his family, like the security when he goes different countries. His father tell other countries to not provide security for him.
At this point, I'm feeling very let down. You know, there are it's the minority of people especially those that read the tabloids and the press themselves. The press themselves have incited so much hatred towards myself, my wife, and even our children, that's hard to forgive. I actually couldn't believe it. I thought with all the disagreements and all of the chaos that's happening, the one thing that I could rely on is my family keeping me safe. And not only did they decide to remove my security in the UK, but they also signaled to every single government around the world not to protect us. I would love reconciliation with my family.
Okay, forget Harry and that discussion. But Meghan, since the Oprah interview, the Netflix docuseries, she has not said anything about them. Okay, so let me finish to see what she said here about the family. Who, if it weren't for them, she won't have them show. And no. Meghan is a business person. She went to school for that.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit. And
she left her freaking show. Who was how much? Let me look. How much she was making per episode on Suit. Let me pause and search for it. All right, so there it is here. Meghan Markle reportedly earned between $35,000 to $50,000 per episode on Suit. She earned $35,000 per episode for the first 4 seasons, and her salary increased $50,000 per episode for the last 3 seasons she was on the show. Okay, so what is this person is talking about? Meghan was already making her money. Not only that, she was making money different places. Okay, squaddies who've been following her know more about it. What do you mean if it wasn't for... Please. Let me pause. I don't want this to be too long. Okay, this is another thing that I searched for about Meghan being a millionaire. All right. Was Meghan Markle a millionaire before marrying Harry? Yes, Meghan Markle was a millionaire before marrying Prince Harry. All right, so that's another thing I'm putting here. What was the other thing I wanted to... okay, I want to find out what she studied and college, which I know, but for the sake of this, I need to get the screenshot. All right, so this is it. Meghan Markle studied theater and international studies. I underlined the key issues here. All right, so let's paste it here. All right, and there's me with my, oh, please. Meghan was a millionaire before marrying Harry. Let me pause. All right, so this is what I wrote. Oh, please. Meghan was a millionaire before marrying Harry. Meghan was already in the entertainment industry, even if Meghan wanted to spend $1 million. Okay, do I have enough? No. Let's put the dollar sign in front. Okay, $1 million for her nail polish. Who give her F? That's her hard-earned money. You people are effing crazy and ridiculous. Charles didn't even want to spend money on her. All right, did I have everything? Let's see. 1, 2.
Driving us out into the fields, asked about Meg. Not with great interest, just casually. Still, he didn't always ask, so I was pleased. She's good, thanks. Does she want to carry on working? Say again. Does she want to keep on acting? Oh, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I expect she'll want to be with me, doing the job, you know, which would rule out Suits, since they film in Toronto. I see. Well, darling boy, you know there's not enough money to go around. I stared. What was he banging on about? He explained, or tried to. I can't pay for anyone else. I'm already having to pay for your brother and Catherine.
All right, so I need to finish. All right, so that's that. Let's go. I didn't have any more. All right, what's my next one? I have one more after this. Oh my God, it's already 5:13. So I have to, after I wake the kids up, I'm going to have to record later. All right, next tweet. Sharon from London had important things to say. There's that. The 2 cows who make money talking shit about Meghan needed to hear that. This show itself never goes a week without Meghan's name. She is being used to make money, but being told she can't make any herself. Entitled racist. All right, so that's the same video here. Okay, she said, all right, spot on. All right, I didn't want to play it again. This is my last one, and that'll be the end of this video. And then the next video, I'm going to be talking about Prince Harry, who went on the late night show. Okay, Sharon, who called into the Jeremy Vine show. Look at that. The image. Drinking and that stuff. All the things that's so hot here. Right, she wasn't playing with them. did not stutter, would have probably told them to come outside. She was so done with them. That's the laugh here. She ate that. Now I have to go see. Literally. Oh, clip and link me, please. Touche Sharon. That's the laugh. Okay, so a standing ovation from here for her. Okay, she didn't come to play with those vases. That's the B word. Alright, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. My next video, I'm going to be featuring this. We're going to be talking about Prince Harry, who appear on late night, okay? Keep in mind, okay, for people who are new, I just saw my video, my channel just increased a little bit. If this is the first time you stumble on my video, just know when I'm sharing video clips like this, I cannot let it play completely. YouTube has been on my case a lot. I cannot share videos like that. But the audio you could hear. Okay? So, let me stop this video. My next video, I'm going to start with this. Thank you for watching.